G'day, we're David and Paula. Like many people, we've been working hard for many years and we're too young to retire, but we've decided to take a gap year from work. We've bought a new van and we're doing a lap right around Australia. So we're at Lakeland, which is sort of the junction. One direction you head to Cooktown and the other you head up the Peninsula Development Road towards the tip, which is the way we're going. And we just saw a sign which said juicy melons 1 kilometre ahead. Is it a juicy melon?
I hope so.
Juicy. Sounds like it. Koolburra.
It's pretty cool.
By ourselves.
I know, that's...
It'll do good for one night. We'll just stay hitched up. This is just absolutely insane.
About us.
Okay, so 6 kilometres up the road for Koolburra, turning left towards Han River. By the look of that dust up there, we've got the luxury of a single lane for all of 300 metres.
And now we're on gravel.
Now we're on the gravel. Right, let's see how the Peninsula Development Road compares to the Gibb River Road, to the Savannah Way over near Hells Gate and Borroloola. Windscreen.
Here comes another one. At least his lights are on.
Radio continues to raise the bar.
Hello. You're only baby, aren't you?
Have coffee. Time to hit the frog and toad. Hopefully this means that we've got a reasonable section of road just ahead of us. Maybe, maybe not. And bitumen. It does this a fair way up the Peninsula Development Road, so there's sections of gravel and there's sections of sealed road. For me, it makes it just a little bit hard just figuring what the best pressure to reduce your tyres to. We'll just see how we're going. That last section wasn't too bad. The bit which looked the worst was the bit where the graders were working, so that wasn't too bad. So. It's been a reasonably rough section the last 10k's, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And quite a bit of traffic too.
A lot of traffic, a lot of dust. dust holes, a few rocks, bit of corrugation, fair bit of corrugation. Another Defender.
He's in a hurry.
So we've got to make a decision. It's just lunchtime, so we'll stop at Archer River Roadhouse. Got to put some fuel in anyway, stretch the legs, have a drink or something. And we're not going to stop at the Archer River Roadhouse. There's a free camp just north of it, but this time of the day it might be full. You know, people tend to sort of get themselves set up. There's a truck coming the other way. Taking up a dry gully. And we'll flip a coin as to whether we push through to Bramwell, which it wasn't the plan, but you know, it all depends how we're going, so we'll see. You can probably hear the corrugations just in through this section, you know, as well. But anyway, we'll see when we get to the Archer River Roadhouse how we feel. Well, we're not staying at the Archer River Roadhouse. I mean, nothing wrong with the Roadhouse normally, but it's just horrendous at the moment. It's right in the middle of major roadworks, dust everywhere, and the wind doesn't help either. So we're going to go and check out the free camp just the other side of the river and see what that looks like, but we're thinking the whole place might just be a huge dust bowl. Anyway, we'll see. So we'll go and have a look at the free camp.
All right.
Yeah, but we're thinking it's going to be a bit too like a big dust bowl there. Wow, this is major works.
It is, isn't it?
So the free camp's on the river.
On the north side though, isn't it?
I think it's on the north side.
We've got a red light.
Well, I think even in there it's going to be like a dust bowl. It's a really long section of sealed road from the Archer River Roadhouse going up towards Weeper and to the Telegraph Road. We've just turned off on the Telegraph Road to head towards the Cape or the tip, and it's instantly gone to gravel, and as you can hear there's corrugations.
Dave's going to do some editing and get ourselves parked. We come. So we're off to the Old Telegraph Track. So
Let's see how far we can go. Paula's been looking forward to this trip for, I don't know how long.
You keep telling yourself that.
We're expecting a slow day, but we're just doing it as a day trip. This track doesn't get maintained very well. So obviously we're not bringing the van up here, you can't do that. Although some people try to bring their camper trailers and all those sorts of things. So we just thought we'd park up at the Bramwell Junction Roadhouse. We had a relatively quiet sort of half day there. And then we just thought we'd do this day trip and just go and have a look to see. We've got some guys on motorbikes coming through, so we're just keeping an eye out. All good. So we'll see you at the first crossing, or the first
obstacle. We're going up that one now.
Easy. Oh God, it's 10 o'clock. We've only done the first obstacle. Apparently that's the worst one we'll do today. But I'm actually feeling like we can do gunshot now. That did it easy. A bit of slipping.
Yes, and wheels off ground.
Where was he? Did you get that on film?
I hope so.
Good.
I definitely saw it. Did they all get through?
No, the Navara needed to be pulled out. But if I told you about Palm Creek before we started, you'd have been worried about it, wouldn't you?
Well, I was making sure I wasn't in the car.
There was no perfect choices in terms of ins and outs. We probably took the second best line as it worked out. There was another probably better exit than the one we did a little bit further around, but there's sort of like 3 or 4 choices on either side. So it probably would have been better footage if I'd gone down and driven down along the creek bed and into the and down to the better line. But anyway, we got there, and the Defender actually got over that other steep lip in rock crawl mode easy. We just slipped just a little bit, just at the top.
I didn't hear anything crunchy.
no crunchy is good. Well, let's see how we go for the rest of the day. But we're only sort of about 5 to 10 kilometres in.
Oh, it feels like we've done a whole day's work already. There's no munching handbags in there, is there? Otherwise I'll just take it away and I'd make a phone call and make sure your insurance premiums.
It's a rocky one. Yeah, it's rocky and firm. It's rocky, but just stick towards the centre. There's 2. One on the left doesn't look real good. Just go hard right around the tree, just around the base, and it doesn't look too bad. north crossing. Yeah, so you see some of these, so where the telegraph line was, and I don't know sort of when these steel ones would have been put in, but you can certainly see the line of the old telegraph. So we're at the Dalhunty River. We're going to stop here for a bit of a snack and those sorts of things, and we'll cross and keep going. Generator's sort of spoiling the ambience.
It is, isn't it?
Alright, how's the telegraph track so far?
Oh, we're this far. How much further have we got to go?
Just around the corner. We've got a little bit to go. So how's it been?
It's been okay.
It's been okay?
Yeah.
A couple of ring piece clenching moments, was there?
Yes. These are the sources.
The car's actually done it pretty easily, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Help yourself, David John.
Rice paper rolls, so alright.
Yeah.
That's not a bad lunch, and we'll toss up whether we have a cup of tea or not, but probably not. It's pretty here, isn't it?
It is actually.
You want to go for a swim? Good lunch spot though.
Hurry up, Dave. I'm getting eaten alive. Get out. Oh, he is.
Yeah, so we had a choice whether we were going to sort of head up directly to Gunshot Creek. We were never going to do the main Gunshot. That's just not us. But we don't know what they call the chicken tracks are like or anything like that. Or you do the whole bypass road. So you've got two choices. You either just head all the way back to the Bamaga Road, right, and just bypass the whole lot, or there's a slightly shorter bypass. When I say slightly shorter, it's like a 27-kilometre bypass of Gunshot Creek. You can come back in from the north, so you go out near where the ranger station is. So we'll get to where the next junction is, and we'll decide whether we can get to Gunshot and have a look or not. There's these stretches of sandy, dusty track, which is almost like you're in sand, and then you sort of get back to a corrugated road. You can hear the corrugations. We've got both here at the moment, sandy and corrugated stuff. Look, it's not too bad. We'd heard that it was shocking, and it may well be a shocking spot to come.
It's okay so far.
Yeah. Sorry?
It's okay so far. Lots of pretty native grevilleas on the side of the road.
That's what Paul. I'm looking for the big dust bowl hole. Paul is looking at the grevilleas. Okay. Well.
G'day, g'day.
G'day, g'day. we actually had a reasonable run. So we left Bramwell Junction, Roadhouse, bit of a slow start and pack up, and we're heading to Eliot Falls campground, which is going to be interesting because the road and apparently the creek crossing into and out of the campground are not ideal for caravans, so we'll see. We know a few people have got in and out, just taking it easy through here. There's some soft sections, dusty sections. Yeah, but so we thought we'll try and get in, camp for 3 nights. We'll get in, try and camp for 3 nights at Eliot Falls campground. We've booked a site that should be able to get the caravan in, and the word we've got from locals is that the crossing should be fine, but the road at this time of the year is pretty rutted, so it'll just test out the high clearance. Not so much of the car, but of the van. But I reckon the van's got better clearance than the car. So we'll see. See if we can, and hopefully we can get in. And we'll camp for 3 days. We'll do Fruitbat Falls, Eliot Falls, and probably have a bit of a slack day in between, because we got up into the Cape pretty quickly. We had a big full adventurous day today, doing most of the southern part of the Old Telegraph Track, which was good. We didn't get to Gunshot Creek, unfortunately, and I think the trick there is, if you're going to do the day trip like we did, you know, out of Bramwell, do the southern half, travel back, you've got to leave a bit earlier than we did. Yeah, we got up talking to a couple of other zone caravan owners and a few other things like that, which was all good, was all interesting, but we left just a little bit later than perhaps we should have, and that meant that when we got to the bypass track for Gunshot, because we were never going to do Gunshot itself, we'll leave that to the people who aren't as worried about damaging their cars and all those sorts of things, but you know, this has got to get us around the rest of the lap, and frankly, why take the risk? We figured that we weren't going to get away from the northern section until after sort of 5ish if we kept going, and that was too late. We don't like driving that time of the day anyway. It was a good day, you know, and some of those earlier crossings at this time of the year, they're fine from a water crossing perspective because the water's lower this time of the year, but this road, the Old Telegraph Track, as it dries out, it deteriorates a little bit more as well. Paula wasn't so sure, was you? She certainly wasn't so sure about standing in front of the car filming, which is probably pretty smart. Use area. Well, this is the time of truth, because we're now going to find out if you can get the caravan into the Eliot Falls campground. We made it into Eliot Falls campground.
We did.
We got Paula worried a couple of times.
Yes.
But good campsite, big campsite. Campsite 29 for people who care about these things. Would I recommend you bringing your van in?
You'd have to have a pretty good off-road van.
Yeah, good off-road van. Lots of very high clearance. You know, be confident because the Canal Creek is a steep crossing. The bottom's fine because it's got a concrete causeway, as you'll see, but as you've probably seen in the video. But it is a bit of a crawl in and out, and then there's some deep rutted sections of what is really the Old Telegraph Track, and you're bringing your van down about 7k of the Old Telegraph Track. A lot of people day trip it into here and leave their vans up at just the other side of Canal Creek, which actually made finding the right crossing a little bit difficult when we came in because it was just vans everywhere sort of blocking the view in. It confused a few people, including a couple of expedition motorbike groups. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, but we got in, set up, still a little bit warmish, but we thought let's head down to the falls, cool off, and then relax for the rest of the afternoon. Right at the end of the campground is the walking track to the falls. So we're going to head down to the Saucepan this afternoon. We woke up this morning and it's misty on Cape York. What do you think of this one? I apologise. It's such a terrible spot. Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.